Hi, I'm Daniel Bird, and I'm going to be talking to you about my CEL project, Brainspace. Brainspace is designed to solve a problem in society that we make it very hard to ask questions and have discussion, whether it be about a rather challenging topic like race, gender, or identity, or a rather easy one like science, history, or music. I've noticed this problem on a number of different levels. Small communities across America, online, big workspaces in America. I've also noticed it at our SEH community, in our classrooms, and sports teams and general community. I've also noticed it in a personal way. A little bit ago, I came out as non binary, and even though my friends and I all go to a rich private high school where these topics are talked about in some way, a lot of them didn't know what that meant, and they were scared to ask me because they were afraid just by not knowing or asking the question, they would offend me. I don't want people to have that fear, so what I want to do is eliminate that fear so people can be curious and interested without fear of being judged or ostracized. My solution's main focus is an in person meeting space where people from a community, let's take the SEH community for starters, can come together with experts, view some presentations, and then have discussion. The way a meeting would work is experts from the SEH community will come together, give a presentation on something they feel is overlooked in their field, and on that given topic, they can give their presentation, and after all the presentations, the floor is opened up for discussion. The idea is that this can be a safe, easy way for people can come together and be comfortable and safe in asking questions and discussing, and everybody can leave feeling interested, informed, but still confident, comfortable, and safe. What I've done so far is I've had expert interviews with a lot of leading figures in the SCH community. I've talked with Miss West, Miss Kimberly, and Mr. Glassman. My goal was to learn about their communities and what I can do to build a good community of my own. I think I've learned how to be a better leader and how to build a good community from them. Without a doubt, the biggest step that I've taken is I've actually started to plan meetings. I've done my first meeting, The Scientific Future of Humanity. It was a huge success, and I'm looking forward to the second meeting, which I'm planning. It's on music, and I'm currently planning it with my experts, and hopefully should have that coming soon. What I have on the screen right now is an example slide of what I used to spread the word of the meeting. What I wanted people to learn from this, besides the who, what, when, where of the meeting, was that it'll be a good, safe way for people to learn. That's what's most important to me. Obviously, I did make sure to tell people where it was, when it was, and what it was, but I wanted to really make sure that people knew that it was going to be a safe way to come together and have a good discussion. What I have on the screen now is an example presentation from the meetings. This was made by one of the experts to give to the student. This was one of the presentations that was given, and it was a huge success. After this, there was good time for discussion, and overall, this was one of the better slides, and it was a great example of how the meeting worked. My plan for the future is I want to have more meetings. I want to really be able to spread this and make a good meeting. I want to be more individual as well. I've had a lot of great resources to work with, and I've overall had a lot of help. Ultimately, it has been my project, but what I want to do is really make sure that I can do this individually and run a good meeting individually, set it up individually, and really perfect the project on my own. Not to say I won't use my resources that I have and I'm grateful for, but I do want to be able to work more individually. I also want to have a good blueprint for future meetings, hopefully a good idea for what to do in 11th grade and even 12th grade. My plan right now is for 10th grade, I want to have my prototype finished. I want to have a decent idea of this is what I need to do for a meeting. This is how I set up for it. This is how I get in touch with experts. and really be prepared for 11th grade perfecting the meeting. I want to have a perfect meeting really routinely set up and executed throughout 11th grade. I want to make it more official as well. I want to make it so people can really look at it like they look at GSA or BSU and realize that this is a good community that we can work with and learn from. And in 12th grade, what I want to do is expand beyond SEH. I want to be able to go to other schools and say, you're a similar community to SEH, and look how much good this did us. I think that we can set up something great for you guys as well. And lastly, I want to thank some people. I want to thank Miss Paris for helping me really polish and plan my project, really make sure that it was something I could complete and execute. And she has, without a doubt, been one of, if not the most helpful people with this project. I also want to thank Mr. Glassman for really helping me mold this project at the beginning. He helped me polish the idea and get it to a place that I could start working on it with Miss Paris. I want to thank the students that have come to the meetings and all the students that will come to the meetings in the future. And I want to thank the experts that I've worked with to become a better expert, leader, and community member. And I want to thank the experts that have worked with me on the scientific future of humanity: Ms. Quino, Mr. Martin, Mr. Randall, Mr. Stein, and Mr. DeCiccio. And lastly, I want to thank you for watching this. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.